welcome to the Great American Crawl. This is our last one of the 2024 season. We are on the Bear Wallow trails from the Hatfield McCoy trail system in Logan, West Virginia.
It's broke, right?
Try to keep it under 250 today, huh?
Yeah. Fresh fluid, got the fan working.
I don't think we could have had better weather.
Yeah, for once we had a crawl where it was like perfect weather.
It rained, I think, probably 2 to 3 hours right before we got there. And it was still, like, you can still see water on the ground when we got there, so we knew, like, it cut down on the dust, it brought in a little bit of colder weather. I mean, I think it was a perfect day of wheeling.
It was just enough to tone down the dust, but not to be a muddy mess and cause it loss of traction, all that too. So
yeah,
we started off today kind of going on the other side of the park what we did on the first day. It almost looks like you're driving off of the trail, but you're not. So we start on the trail system literally straight as we get out of the parking lot. You go down into like a little ravine. We reach our first dilemma.
A little more than just fat shaping today, huh?
Eric takes us down this trail and there's one perfectly placed down tree that is just barely low enough for Andy to not be able to make it through. That's what we did first today.
That was definitely a low tree. We were in like a little valley and there was a tree just all the way across the top. And you're just too tall and...
Why do you gotta be so damn big?
Hey, I ain't gonna be the only one that's gonna be close on that.
Yeah, you are.
And I always had this idea that we're going to suck down the front, and then we're going to put everybody in the bed.
But it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Get in there, Dennis.
Had about 10 guys in the back of the bed to lower the back end down, and he made it through.
Info contest says the low feel like a landscaper. There you go. Let out the wings now.
There was a lot of things that Eric bombed and I said, wow, I really am digging this whole slow thing. And so I was like, let me try to crawl it. Because I feel like that's also just buggy mentality, is just foot to the floor. I'd rather go slow. So I was like, well, you can always start slow, try it. If it doesn't work, back up, grab second.
At the end of the little ravine, you have a nice, kind of brief uphill section of like rocky with some bigger boulders here and there. Eric went first on it and carried some speed. Yeah, he carried some speed through it. And then after seeing, I think it was you, and then seeing Cam go through it, actually like crawl it, it kind of shows you could do it both styles. You can go the fast style, you can also go the short or the slow method on it too.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I did the timed run. That was my goal, so.
I saw him go through and he bounced through. I'm like, why? I crawled through it right after.
Yeah.
Like, traction was great, tire placement, you just kind of worked the line. And
that's kind of a nice thing with this park too, is you can kind of do both styles and not fully tear it up too.
It's the sweet spot because there's not so much traction that you're just going to hook up and break something like out west.
We met up with a couple other groups and kind of helped them through, spotted them through, and
Back straighten and back up.
what a fun time. There was kind of like the big problem Eric area was a big boulder on the right side to where you kind of had to like hit your rocker on, or your rocker was bound to hit it at some point, because you also had two big trees and stumps on your left side. And you not only had to kind of avoid the big boulder on the right, but you also kind of had to give it a little bit of speed too, because you did have, it was dirt at the top. So your front section, your front axle wasn't getting as much traction as you would want, and your rear was also on an undercut section and kind of like a nice lip to kind of get up onto.
Yeah, you made that look.
Yeah, he was on his sliders a lot. I mean, you know, I'm on the 46s, which are obviously a lot taller. They're a lot wider, and I care about my Jeep a lot less than he cares about his.
Yeah, his is pretty.
Yeah. Trying to say.
And I kept getting hung up on a big rock. I was backing off of the rock, and Eric's like, that's going with you.
She backed off and took the entire rock with it. This rock was probably it was bigger than this table.
That makes sense. I struggled at the top because, again, it's just dirt, and I didn't think I would get hung up. And I picked the left line, which there was no rock for traction for me, so I just went fast.
And he's turning, he's steering towards me.
Yeah, I grabbed traction off the trail.
Yeah,
and I grabbed
trees
that.
have a lot of traction.
Yeah, and then decided to mow down Andy. Sorry.
No, he tried to hit me with it. He hit me with the whole ash tree.
Are you
Leaves.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I have band-aids.
Acorns in my head.
I tried some skinny pedal, and I hit a ledge with the rear tire.
Tire? Yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to pull over. I think I'm close to the tire.
as soon as I hit it, we started hearing a hiss. Ended up popping the sidewall, getting a good cut into it. Just tire being as low as it was, hitting that ledge as hard as I did. Just, I don't think any tire would have held up to that. It was a hard hit. So we pulled over and we pulled up the trail a little bit to get to a better spot.
It's right here. Deep? Or I mean wide?
It's a big one.
We need to hook here. Hook. Yeah. Lift it on this side.
Cam was behind me. She hooked we had a Factor 55 snatch block, and we hooked it up to a tree saver on my right-hand side, and then kind of winched me over. We did Andy that way earlier this year too. And I aired up the other side tire so that it didn't go flat pulling on it, or just compress. Cam had a glue tread kit in his pack, or in his Jeep. Getting that patch to actually seal was a little bit of a chore.
It's not necessarily the stethoscope. It's, you got to be trained, a proper application of it for automotive diagnostics.
Alex!
Okay, so you put that on afterwards.
Alex!
So do all your drops. All
Scalpel.
around this, wherever.
And you know, it's a very, very valuable diagnostic tool.
Ended up getting it sealed, and then thank God I had that power tank and got it aired back up, and luckily enough got it off the trail. I had my spare in the trailer, so we popped that on as soon as we got off the trail. We were good to go.
So yeah, after coming back and swapping your tire, Cam and Danielle went to go get the pizzas for the dinner that we had for everyone, for the raffles and everything today. While they went and did that, we decided to take one more trail. But it wasn't bad. Yeah, this is like the one more trail that actually ended up good.
Right. Well, besides the bees, it was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
So the trail, it was a ledge, and it was really, really undercut, and I don't do well with undercuts. So it looked decent going all the way driver. And so I got hung up, I think I got diffed out on something, and I look out the window and I make eye contact with this swarm of very angry bees. They're not happy that I'm right there. And so I'm like, I need to go right now.
After watching Cam take the high left line, and she looked like she was gonna roll over, I was like, cool, I'll do that line too. She kind of gets turtled, and then I see her window go up, and then later to find out she's getting swarmed by bees. So I saw that she was turtled, so I just kind of was like, well, I don't know what else to do. I'm not gonna get out, so I used my tire to actually push her forward a little bit.
Ready?
I got stung here and then here. And then one of them was like stuck on my steering wheel. And I was so just frazzled. I took my phone and I beat it to
This open concept of mine might not be good in this situation because the bee nest was right on your driver's side of this trail.
It was in the hill.
Yeah, there.
And then we were turning right around and going back up the creek.
adventure time.
Well, while everyone else was doing like productive things on their trail time.
Like helping people that needed your help?
Yeah. I didn't do that. I found a cave. So I went exploring.
Oh, I needed a flashlight.
All the kids
kids basically went and explored this like old mine shaft. So got to see some coal and everything through the cave, and it was, I don't know, it was pretty cool.
Did you have a nice adventure?
Absolutely.
That second part was pretty fun, in my opinion. So. Seeing Eric go first, he took the far right line, which was still mossy and everything, and he just romped on it and got to the top. So that was cool to watch.
He didn't play around.
No, and then this is kind of when we got into another group of people.
Big rocks this whole weekend. If there were big rocks, there was probably 2 of them next to each other in some sort of V-notch. There was real tight spaces where you had to like pivot off of the rock essentially. So.
Easy. There you go.
I decided to take the left line and again kind of bomb through the bottom section that was really slick, and you get into like this really cool, like, I don't know how to explain it.
It was just kind of a step.
Yeah, it was like a step with a giant boulder on the right that you have to avoid, otherwise you're gonna hit your corner cage, everything on it. But yeah, I thought the obstacle was really cool, and then watching Andy with his school bus go through there was also really entertaining to go through.
Eric got me through it. I didn't get to see you go up it.
It's pretty stable, despite it being on its roof so many times. But it's pretty stable.
Mine did not so much feel that way.
No, mine was close, but it was okay.
Because I was in that spot and I couldn't get around. And Eric goes, so I'm sitting like this.
It was
and
like
Eric goes, back up a little bit and bump it. I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But it worked out.
Just this entire massive vehicle being fully flexed out to where it needs to pick up a tire is just kind of mind-blowing.
You don't realize the scale of it.
Yeah.
Unless you stand next to it.
It's nuts.
Tell me that wasn't my bad.
Hold on for a second, Cam.
Did I get lucky?
Yeah, I think it was just your bumper.
Yeah, actually. Sweet. Can you see him?
Yep. Little driver, my passenger.
I pulled up into into the line way to the left just to get a good look at it, because I didn't get eyes on the whole thing. After watching that JK do it, I decided to go on the high side, but got up on that right side, climbed the right side, both passenger tires up on that ledge, and just kind of inched through it. Took a little time, but was able to work my way through it. Got right through it. Eric spotted me through it, which was a huge help. He's a great spotter.
2, 1, here we go.
Yeah, you didn't stop.
No. So yeah, at this point we were running low on time, getting close to dinner. Yeah, when it was my turn to go on that, I didn't.
You set the pace.
Watching everyone go through, like they kind of got hung up towards the very last section. You have some pretty good undercuts. You have some weirdly positioned rocks where they want to put you into the wall and hold you there. The very last rock on the right side does want to push you back into the wall and keep you there.
It took me a couple tries forward, backward, just getting on that line because it wanted to put me in that same spot.
I did look that we timed it. We pulled back into the parking lot right past the office at 6 o'clock exactly.
Really? That's good. So we weren't late for dinner then?
No.
You know, I had mixed opinions coming into this place. I've got to say this is one of the top crawls that I've had. I think this is like the sweet spot for wheeling. I really enjoyed it. I had a blast here.
There's plenty of trails. We probably explored maybe half the trails in the 2 days we were here. So it's a good weekend trip or an extended weekend trip where you can bring out, well, everyone out, come have a good time.
We had some smaller rigs and that came out to join us on the crawl, and I know I talked to their trail lead and their groups and they had a good time and good diversity here. I liked it. I was real happy with it.
It's definitely within my top 3, minus the bees. I guess I'll have to look into when bee season is here in West Virginia, but minus the bees, I really, really enjoyed it. It's up there for me. It was good.
Huge thank you to Eric Beck and Beck Fab for coming out. You know, he was a huge help to us, covering everybody's wheeling fees, so huge thanks to him.
Anything full set up to 40-inch from our friends at Mickey Thompson. 9.
Next!
Wow, really a next? No, I don't think so. Kill by 33.
Thank
Thanks
you
again
guys.
for coming out, guys. Y'all be safe, getting home, have a good time.
All right, guys, that wraps up the 2024 wheeling season for the Great American Crawl. Big thank you to all of our sponsors and our attendees for all the continued support over the years. It was a great year 5. We're looking forward to getting into year 6.
Be on the lookout for a schedule for next year. If you look on thegreatamericancrawl.com, we will have our event schedule for next year, hopefully soon. You can also get any of our merch there. You can see any upcoming events whenever those come up. We're excited to see you guys in the 2025 season, but this concludes our 2024.